After this baby was born with one arm over his head, doctors gave his dad some frightening news. When doctors told Ben Ryan that his newborn son Sol's arm was seriously injured, he was understandably devastated. In an instant, he saw all the things that he imagined them doing together slip away. But thanks to his innovative idea, Sol might be able to make his father's dream come true after all. Ben and his partner Kate Smith live on the island of Anglesey in Wales. He worked as a psychology lecturer at a university while Kate was a medical recruitment officer. However, in March 2015, everything changed after the birth of their first child. Their baby, a boy, was born on the day of a solar eclipse. As a result, his parents decided to name him Sol. Kate had a problematic labor and Sol was born with his left arm lifted above his head. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. Little Sol consequently developed complications. Then when doctors detected a blood clot near his elbow, surgeons had to amputate the lower arm. And watching their son suffer this ordeal at an early stage had a profound effect on Ben and Kate. Sol was our first baby, so to be told he had to have his arm amputated at 10 days old was terrible. We were in a very black place, Ben told the Daily Mail in March 2017. I kept thinking he'd never be able to box or play guitar, all the things I'd done as a kid. His parents were adamant that Sol's disability wouldn't stop him from doing anything. However, their son wouldn't be able to get a functional prosthetic arm until he was a year old. And for his dad, that simply wasn't good enough. So Ben started building his son a prosthetic arm when Sol was a mere 5 weeks old. At the time, he used any materials he had at hand, including sponge and cotton wool, but it seemed the doting dad knew exactly what he was doing. By encouraging him to use both arms during this period of early brain development, we believed Sol would become more likely to adopt prosthetics later on, Ben told the Daily Post in March 2017. He added, "Current prosthetic arm technology for infants dates back to Victorian era in many cases. They're ugly and often rejected early on." Ben was determined that that wouldn't happen to Sol. So from that moment on, designing the perfect arm for his son became his #1 focus. In fact, he even quit his job as a lecturer to give the task his full attention. Ben threw himself into his research. "I spent a lot of time looking into prosthetics for babies and found a clear pattern. Those who are not offered a functioning hand until after 2 years of age tend to not wear them at all," he later wrote on Indiegogo. "I wanted to do better for Sol." So with a little help from his dad and brother, Ben began working on a prototype. Using copper piping and plumbing paraphernalia, he fashioned a model on his dining table. Then he approached nearby Bangor University for help. The university had all the resources he needed, including a state-of-the-art scanner and 3D printers, and luckily for him, the staff were keen to help. With their guidance, Ben taught himself how to use expert design programs to make his dream a reality. In the end, it was the way that spiders control their legs via hydraulics that inspired Ben's design. So he created his bionic arm with a liquid pad, which Sol could operate using his elbow. The resulting pressure would push fluid down the arm to operate a gripping lever. However, Ben's designs proved hard to perfect. Over the course of the next year, he went through dozens of prototypes, and his commitment to his cause soon left him without any funds to draw on. As a result, Ben turned to a crowdfunding site to help him complete his project. Yes, the lecturer turned designer went to Indiegogo to ask for an investment of $162,000, and his stated aim was to take his finished design to a wider market. "We've made great progress and produced our first working prototype fitted to our founder Ben's own son," read a statement on the crowdfunding site. "We've seen the impact it has on his development. Now we need support to fully manufacture this prototype into a final product and make it available to our young customers throughout the world." And although Ben is now keen to help more children, his primary focus throughout the project has been his son. "For me, the driving force has always been Sol. He's nearly 2 now and loves reading books, but even doing something as simple as turning a page is difficult because the book slides off his knee," he told the Daily Mail. "Having a bionic arm will allow him to grip the book. It's that simple," Ben added. "At the moment, he wears my prototype occasionally. I won't let him wear it all the time until we've put it through all the correct medical trials and tests, but I know this prosthetic has the potential to revolutionize the lives of millions of children and babies born without limbs in the future." The next steps for Ben are to recruit more experts to his team, find a base for his enterprise, and conduct clinical trials. He's also working with Autodesk, a software company that has made prosthetic limbs for Paralympic athletes. Autodesk designer Paul Sohi has described Ben's work as amazing and inspiring. It could also be said that Ben is simply a father determined to give his son the best possible start in life. Thanks to his technology, his child will hopefully be able to grasp any dream he has in sight, and in turn, he will hopefully help a whole new generation of children like Sol achieve theirs too. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.